Hi everybody, I'm Jordan. This is actually my first YouTube video, and so I thought I'd start off with a new experience I just had. This last Friday, June 10th, I went to my college orientation, which was fun. It was the new student orientation because I'm going to be an incoming freshman in August. So I wanted to talk about just kind of what I experienced and the stuff they had us do. But I'm going to start off with the night before. I live about 4.5 hours away from my college I'm going to, and it started at 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday. So who wants to drive 4.5 hours and have to get up at like 3:30 in the morning just to get to an orientation? So my school actually had an opportunity, and they let us stay in the dorms for only $40 on Thursday night. So that was really cool. We got to stay in the dorms, and that night we actually got in a little early, so we went and had dinner, kind of just drove around, got to see a lot of the stores and everything right in town and right near my college, so I knew what was there. I actually really recommend doing that because it was really fun, and it was nice knowing like what's within 2 miles, 5-minute drive of my school. So that was just really fun. I got to do that with my mom, and it was pretty fun, just for the night before, kind of get ready for tomorrow. So Friday started at 8 a.m. We went, and check-in started at 8 a.m. and the actual presentations and everything, the real orientation, didn't start till 9:30. So we checked in about like 8:10 by the time we actually got checked in, and we got to go turn in my meningitis shot records, my transcripts, my dual credit ones and my high school ones, and we went and got my ID card. And that was really fun, getting it, it kind of like got me ready for the day, just getting to do all that new stuff. And it was really just kind of like, yeah, it's happening, I'm really going to college. So we got all that done, and then we had went to go talk to the financial aid and scholarship people, because I do have an academic scholarship from them. Not a full ride or anything, just an academic scholarship kind of helped me out. So we went and talked to them about all the rules on that. Went to financial aid, talk about my grants. So we did that, and then it came around to about 9:30, and they had quite a few different presentations that started at 9:30 by a bunch of different speakers, just kind of getting you pumped up for the day and giving a little bit of information with it. After a few speakers, they split us up from our families, so like the students went with some orientation leaders, and our families stayed in the presentation room. And they had a little presentation, and we actually played, we went kind of all around the building that it was in, and we went and played a icebreaker game first to start off with, and then we went and we kind of asked them questions, any questions that we sort of had, and they just pretty much answered, gave us like new information. It was just a fun little way to kind of get to know the people that were there. We did get in smaller groups, so it wasn't like 200 kids in one room just asking questions. It was in a smaller group, so we played a little game and then got to ask them questions, so that was pretty cool. And after that, we went back into the room, had like 2 or 3 more presentations, kind of from, I remember one of them was from the police about the campus safety and just kind of the rules that they had. And then we break for lunch at 12:30, and half the group at the orientation went to lunch and ate at their cafeteria thing, and the other half went to the organization fair. And that was one of my favorite parts. Like, I was in the group that ate lunch second and went to the organization fair first. So me and my mom went, and it was like just a whole bunch of booths set up, so we just making our way around, and that was just so fun, just kind of seeing what the school had. And it wasn't all the organizations, there were probably only like maybe a quarter, if that, there, because there's over 100 different organizations that they have. And they were just in the gym, so not all of them could fit, but got to see quite a few, and it was really fun. I got to talk to a couple groups about different community service activities they do, and an intramural sport. I talked to a rugby team. I've never played rugby, but said no experience necessary, so I might try it, who knows. And so that was just really fun, kind of getting to meet the students and find out what the school's all about and everything like that. So then after that was over, me and my mom went and ate lunch in the cafeteria with our group, and after that was over, I had to go back to that gym that I was in with the organizations, and my mom actually, my mom actually went back for a presentation in that same big building that we were in to begin with, and she went for that while I went to that gym. And while I was in there, they kind of like sent all the parents away for the people who were in there, and the organizations packed up, and then they started calling out our majors. And so they called out mine, so I went and followed the orientation leader that they had, and they took us up to a different building in a room, and it was our advisor and like the head of our department, which was really interesting meeting them, because I'm going to have a lot to do with them for the next 3 years, because I'm only going to school for 3 years. So I met them. They kind of walked us through like what the department's about, what they do, what they'll do for us, what to expect in college, just kind of a short presentation about it all. And that was really neat to get to talk to them about. And then once they got through with their presentation about it, because it was just a small group and just a small presentation, kind of what to expect from them. After that happened, our advisor gave us the sheets to fill out to pick our classes. So we got to do that, and that was kind of interesting, getting to see what I'm going to be taking. So we did that, and then they sent us across the little walkway to a new building so we could get on the computer and actually register for our classes. And they had orientation leaders in there helping us, and it was actually just pretty fun. I was told not to get a certain teacher for one of my classes, and of course I got him. So I got him, and so the guy had told me, my orientation leader had told me that I can switch the teachers and everything else on my home computer just whenever I have the time. So before we left, I had my tablet, and so I was just going to do it on there. So I started doing it, and I found a class. So I dropped the class I originally had with the teacher that a lot of people don't suggest. So I dropped that class, and then I went to go back and add the other one, and not only did it not let me add it, but it wasn't like, I went back in there the second time and it wasn't even there. So I dropped the class, and then I couldn't figure out how to put it back on with the same teacher because it wasn't showing up. And so I was like freaking out, and me and my mom were at the little survey place where we can get our free t-shirts. So we finished doing that, and we went back to that building where they were, registering us and everything, and they were just so helpful. Like they completely reminded me of why I picked this school. This, like, my university, they just care. Like, I went back in there, and I was like, so I kind of messed up my schedule. I knew I could change it, and so I found the class I wanted, and I tried to add it, and it wouldn't let me. And I explained the situation. She was like, okay, well, let's pull it up, see what we can do. And I said, okay, thank you. And she was just so sweet, and she knew exactly what she was doing. She was a student there, and she just, she didn't, like, look at me crazy because I tried to fix something and messed it up, or, like, she just helped me get it fixed, so I had it. And then she printed out my schedule for me, so I had it in hand, and printed a bill for, like, the tuition, just kind of like an estimate. And it was just so sweet, and I just really enjoyed it. Orientation was really fun, getting to meet all the people that went there, and kind of figuring out even more of what my school's about and about the traditions that they have and all the organizations and everything else. It was just a great experience. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous. I was so nervous. But what I can say is just go in there with an open mind and just kind of like look at everything. Like, oh, you don't think you want to be in a sorority or, you know, do a sport? Just look. Let them talk to you. Because it's really fun, like, just learning about it. Even if you don't want to be a part of it, knowing about what your school does is really neat. So it was really fun, and I would definitely, it's definitely something I would suggest doing. I think you have to now, but some schools you might not have to, but it was really great experience, and I really enjoyed it. So if y'all like this video, like it, you know, subscribe. I will be, I plan on doing, I'm going to try a carb cycle because I want to go on a fitness journey, and I've gone on and off and I've really struggled, and so, because I've tried organic and everything else, so I'm gonna try and do carb cycling, see how that goes. So if y'all want to find out about that, y'all can definitely subscribe, and it'll let you know whenever I put that video up. And I will be going on a road trip in like a week and a half or something, and I live in Texas, so I will be going to California, and we're taking a couple detours, and it'll just be really fun. So if you guys want to see that, you can definitely subscribe, because that is going to be really exciting. We're going to go to quite a few different places on our way, and so I can show y'all what we're doing in those different cities, and it'll be really fun. And then later on, whenever I move in, I'm going to show in a move-in video and everything else. But if y'all have any other ideas for me to do anything, or would like me to show you anything, y'all just let me know. Talk about anything, have any questions, just comment below. Try to respond as quick as I can. Remember, I'm new. Anyway, y'all have a great day.